This is Black Views, bringing you the Black news. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This story is about Randy Cox, a 36-year-old black man from New Haven, Connecticut. On June 19, 2022, which so happened to be Juneteenth, Randy Cox was arrested for criminal possession of a firearm and breach of peace. Once placed in a paddy wagon, it would be the most terrifying ride of his life, and to this day, he is lucky to be alive. I will go ahead and show you the receipts, and I will return with comment.
In Connecticut, that guy in the back of the police van just broke his spine. The officer did not strap him in, drove faster than the speed limit, and then slammed on the brakes.
You felt?
The police officer stopped and verbally checked on the man, 36-year-old Randy Cox.
I fall. I cannot move my arms.
All right, do not move. I can see moving your arm.
No.
Okay.
Look at my hand.
All right, hold on.
Oh.
But then the officer kept driving without providing any assistance. Cox was under arrest for a weapons charge.
"171."
A few minutes later at the New Haven Detention Center, officers refused to believe Cox when he said he could not move.
Come on, or we're gonna pull you out.
Slide down, my man.
No, dude.
Yo, slide down so we can get out of here.
Look. If you gotta drag me, we'll start over.
All right.
Yep.
Eventually, they dragged him out by his feet.
What's the hand?
All right, now. Almost there. You're almost there. You gotta get your shoulders out. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Stand up. There we go. All right. Yeah. How you making up? Ready? Actually, go get that shit from me.
Get the
Yeah.
The police did place Mr. Cox in a wheelchair, but they repeatedly taunted him for not getting up.
I can't feel it.
Sit down.
Oh my God, yo.
Yeah, sit down. You're doing extra shit. Sit down.
The driver of the van did not explain to the other police officers what in fact had happened.
Okay, probably because you're sitting there. Now, until I get A mark here, sit up.
Good.
You can put him in the holding tank.
Why would I lie?
We're gonna have you sit in the holding tank until AMR gets here.
You gotta pick up your feet.
Pick up your feet.
Pick up your feet. Hold on a second. I see.
Oh my God, yo. My nut cut. I can't. Look. I can't reach.
Cox was then put in a holding cell for 15 minutes until paramedics finally arrived. The June 2022 police interaction left Cox with permanent paralysis below his neck, contusion, scarring, and a compromised immune system. Cox and his family have now filed a $100 million lawsuit against the city of New Haven and 5 police officers. The suit accuses the officers of negligence, carelessness, and excessive force, and violating Cox's constitutional rights. All of this began in the early evening of June 19th. At 8:04 p.m. on Lilac Street, Cox is arrested on criminal possession of a firearm, possessing a gun without a permit, and breach of peace.
What's up?
Just hold up, bro, okay?
All right, what's up?
Is there anything on you? Anything on you?
My phone, what? I'm on the phone with the girl. Cover my mouth.
All we're doing is detaining you right this second, okay? Done. Done. Sarge, 75!
Cox is placed handcuffed into the back of a New Haven police transport van without seatbelts.
Watch your head, all right?
Yo.
While driving, the officer uses his cell phone, which is against Connecticut state law. Then at 8:36 p.m., Officer Oscar Diaz stops the vehicle abruptly while driving 36 in a 25-mile-per-hour zone, and Cox is slammed headfirst into the van's wall.
You felt? All right, hold on. I'll help. What happened? What? You fell. What happened? Can you move at all?
I can't move.
Wow, how your leg is all the way up there?
Understand?
A few minutes later at the police station, officers ask Mr. Cox to get up while still wearing handcuffs. Then one officer realizes that Mr. Cox is not a threat and says it's okay to remove the cuffs. Still, there is no sympathy or even any basic humanity.
Stretch out, Cox.
16.
Stretch out, Cox. Stretch your arm out.
Put your arm out.
Put your arm out. You don't have cuffs anymore. Take them out from behind your back.
Come on, or we're gonna pull you out.
Slide down, my man.
No, Jay.
Yo, slide down so you can get out of here.
Look. If you gotta drive me, do it cross over.
All right.
Yep.
I like her.
What's the hand?
All right.
Alright, now, almost there. You're almost there. You gotta get your shoulders out. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Stand up. There we go. Alright. How you making up? Ready?
First, I want to give thanks to David Schuster, the reporter, and TYT, the Young Turks, as a source. Thank you. Oh, okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you saw that video. That video was so disturbing as to how this man continuously, the way they showed it, he continuously banged into that wall. But it only took one time of that officer's hitting the brakes in order for him to go into that wall and break his neck. This is negligence on all levels. Every officer that came in contact with Randy Cox after this initial arrest should be fired. The driver of the paddy wagon should get charges fired as well. You see how he's on his phone texting. He's doing all the things he shouldn't be doing. He's supposed to be a law official. Okay, they go out, they give tickets, they lock people up all day for just being on the phone in their car or doing something that distracts them from driving. And here it is, you have officer personnel that's going to go ahead and drive. And then you just see when Mr. Randy Cox got to the station, just how he was treated. Honestly, straight up. He didn't even do a violent crime. They found a gun on him, okay? A lot of people, he could have been a registered gun owner, but not a concealed to carry, okay? Which was still wrong. It was wrong for him to do that, but he did not deserve this to happen to him. The way the officers dragged him and then took him into the receiving area to get the information. You see him slumping down in the seat. It seemed like they were upset. You can also see one officer looking at her watch, like, come on. But you can clearly see, if you were paying attention, that something is wrong with this individual. He's telling you that he can't move. He's telling you he can't move. You see how she dragged him off of the, this is wrong, man. I know there's some dirty work with being a police officer and being a correctional officer. You have to get in there and drag people around. But you can obviously see there was something wrong with this man. And why didn't they call the paramedics? So Ben Crump and his client, they're looking for $100 million. And I hope they get all $100 million. Because, in actuality, some people should get charges and go to jail, I feel. That's just how I feel. Maybe I'm over-exaggerating this, but when you look at that video and you see what condition this young black man was in, it's gonna hurt your heart. And you have to ask yourself, and I also said this, and I have to say this to you. I always say safety. Be careful. Whenever you come into a confrontation with the police, it can be your life. Okay? It can be a death situation. Look what the young man had. He had liquor in his hand. He was smoking a J, smoking a blunt in the middle of the street. You see what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say that what happened to him was warranted. What I'm trying to tell you is that when you're out doing these things, I mean, look who's coming. The devil is coming to get you. He lay and he waits in hiding to pounce on you. This is why I say to my young people, stop doing foolishness. Stop being in the street with guns. Stop walking around with liquor. Stop walking around with your weed. You know? Be smart. Be in one location. Smoke in your house. Smoke at a friend's house. Why are you walking in the street with liquor? And you got the blunt that's just out in the open. You're not even like being look, you can at least you're concealing the weapon. You're not even concealing the drugs that you're using. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Please leave a comment. Also like and please subscribe as well. Also take a look at the comments and also please take a look at the description. In this description you'll see there's a book and you should check it out. This is Black Views bringing you the Black News.